welcome in. We get ready to rock and roll here from Port Royal Speedway. Oh, baby. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome in. Oh! Let's go, baby. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Woo! Let's get it, baby. Woo! All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Yo, what is good, Carson? Hey, what's up, man? What's up, Carson? What's up, my boy? Coming and showing the love. What's good, homie? Good, my boy. How you doing? How you doing? Woo! All right, we're making sure everything is good to go here on all fronts. Everything is looking good. Yo, Sammy! What's good, Sammy? Sammy coming and showing the love. Sammy Rex over there on kick. Good, my girl. Good, my girl. Yo, Ricky! Mr. Chandler coming in with that heart reaction. What's good, Ricky? All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome in as we got the super late models live from Port Royal Speedway. These drivers are getting ready for a little bit of pro qualifier practice as we got a huge field once again. A lot of the top drivers here in iRacing getting ready to battle and duke it out here once again in this one. They're all out onto the racetrack here, getting their qualifying in, making sure their cars are ready to go, seeing if they can park their ride up on the front row here for our heat races. Currently right now, Robbie Balkanen Jr. has the quick time. Colton Zimmer there in second, but man, we're gonna get right into the racing action. Heat race number 1 is already about to get underway. These drivers loaded into the sim, ready to rock and roll here. We're gonna get ready for our first heat race of the evening. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that follow button as we're gonna get ready to rock and roll here. Jaron coming in with that heart reaction. Mr. Rourke coming in, showing the love as well. Hoping this gonna be better than the street stocks, my boy. Oh my gosh, we hope so. We hope so. This is basically the pro qualifiers. This is the top side of everything. These are some of the best in iRacing, especially for these late models, and they're about to put on a show. They're about to put on a show. So here you go. Starting on the pole in heat race number 1. You see him right there. It's the 31 ride. That is Robbie Balkanen Jr. To his outside in that 13 ride, that is Travis St. Clair. Starting in position number 3 in the 33, that is Caleb Durgan. To his outside in the Majula C Speed Shop number 46, that is Matthew Selby. Starting in position number 5 in the 741, that is James Starry. And to his outside in the 07 ride, that is Gabe Elkins. Starting in position number 7 in the 91 machine, that is Peyton Stevenson. And to his outside in the other 91 ride, that is Talon Willis. And bringing up the rear of the field in the 9th position, you see that number, tell me 27, but I think it's a little bit different there. We see Logan Herbert. We also see Billy Roberts out there in the 99 ride, as we're going to end all the anticipation with our first heat race of the evening. Quickly, Robbie Balkanen Jr. is going to put that pedal to the metal here as he's out in front, quickly trying to pull away from the rest of the field. A little bit of side-by-side back here as James Starry jumping up into position number 4. The top 3 drivers will transfer through into the A main feature event. Everybody else is gonna be going to the consolation race. Yo, Rich, Mr. Murta up in the house. Rich coming in with the 333 star dono. Rich, are you kidding me, my boy? Are you kidding me, homie? Coming in with the 333 star dono. Absolutely insane as Robbie Balkin Jr. continues to lead the way. Robbie out in front. Travis St. Clair there in position number 2. As you can see Matthew Selby get up into the wall just ever so slightly. Keeps it rolling as they battle side by side back here for position number 4 on the racetrack. Caleb Durgan had the spot, but here comes that 741 of James Starry. As Starry jumping up and trying to take position number 4 away from Durkee. As Durkee now going to go for the slide job over the 741. Gabe Elkins right there with them in that battle. As they continue to duke it out here for position number 4 on the racetrack. Our leaders, the top 3, starting to pull away farther and farther and farther. Robbie Balkin Jr. out to a solid 1 second lead now over Travis St. Clair. St. Clair in that match group. Number 13 T-Machine there in second. Matthew Selby in the Majula C Speed Shop. Team CFM Esports. Number 46 right there in third. James Starry, the first car on the outside of a transfer spot, looking in as the top 4. The top 3 will transfer into the A main. Everybody else will go to the consolation race. Caleb Durgan, Gabe Elkins, as we're going to see the caution flag fly. Peyton Stevenson having some issues out here on the racetrack, and the caution flag is going to fly in this one. We'll take a look back and see what happens here to the Speed Ranch number 91 ride up into the outside wall here, and just tries to pull it down to the bottom side of the racetrack. Unfortunately, it goes sideways and stopped on the track, and that car being pulled in sideways there. A couple drivers still coming around corner number 4. Our officials getting a good look at it. They're going to throw that caution flag every time with that car stopped on the bottom side of the racetrack. So a tough break there for Peyton Stevenson as he's going to take that ride down pit side. We're going to get ready to stack them back up and ready to go back to green flag racing. Yo, Samantha coming in showing the love over on Facebook as well. Let's go, Sammy. Let's go, my girl. Coming in showing all the love. Rich, my boy, coming in with that like and the share as well. Sammy says, got you shared in my Discord. Hope you have a great stream, Sammy, my girl. I appreciate you so much, my girl. I appreciate you so much. If you guys are just tuning in, make sure you guys all hit that follow button, the like button, the share button. Just hit all the buttons. It doesn't matter, as we're going to get ready to go back to green flag racing. The pace truck made that hard left-hand turn, and we're going to get ready to set them back loose here in this one. Robbie Balkin Jr., Travis St. Clair, Matthew Selby, 1, 2, and 3. They're trying to work themselves into the A main feature event. James Starry, Caleb Durgan, Gabe Elkins, Talon Willis, Logan Herbert, and Billy Roberts on the outside looking in as we're back to green flag racing. Here comes James Starry down on the bottom side of the racetrack trying to find something there on the bottom side underneath the 46 right of Matthew Selby. Selby is on that hot seat as he's in that third and final transfer spot into the A main feature event. Matthew Selby trying to lock himself in, but James Starry trying to do everything he can to take that spot away as he's trying to find every last little bit he can out of that car. The white flag has already been displayed, this time down through corner number 3 and down to corner number 4. It's all Robbie Balkin Jr. picking up heat race win number 1. The 13T of Travis St. Clair and Matthew Selby in the CFM Esports number 46 ride are our top 3. They're going to transfer through. They're going to put themselves into the A main. Everybody else is going to the consolation race as we're going to get ready here for heat race number 2. Heat race number 2 onto the racetrack, and we're going to get ready to set them loose. Starting on the pole in the 09 ride, that is Colton Zimmer. To his outside in the 74 machine, that is Lonick Bernier. Starting in position number 3 in the 8 ride, the Old Spice Office Depot number 8 machine, that is Logan Rumsey. In his outside in the 93 ride, is the House of Speed number 93 of Brett Caudill. Starting in position number 5 in the 4 wide, that is Justin Norwood. Into his outside in the 2 machine, that is Chance Carr. Starting in position number 7 in the number 53, that is Scott Smith. To his outside in the 18 ride, that is Diesel Jones. It's actually the 46 that Diesel's in. Then we see Trey Mills back in that 7th position, and Colton Herbert there in position number 10. 10 more drivers, 3 more transfer spots into the A main feature event. Track's going to be a wall ride fest, sadly. It probably will be, but I don't think for the whole night, as it's going to get really, really slick up there come feature time. These drivers are going to be moving around the racetrack like crazy when it comes down to this feature event, when that high side gets completely burnt off and that outside wall will jump up and bite you in a quick hurry. And these drivers know that. They know that they're going to have to be searching around. They're going to have to be trying to run some different lines and not just up against the outside wall here, as it's going to be very, very treacherous up there late in this one. Pace truck made the hard left-hand turn. We're going to go back to green flag racing here for heat race number 2 as the green flag into the air. Zimmer trying to quickly jump up to the high side and clear that 74 ride. Lonick Bernier, though, goes for the big slider there in 1 and 2. He's going to clear the 0-9, and he's going to take the early lead down the backstretch into corner number 3 and out of corner number 4. Lap number 1 being led by the 74 ride of Lonick Bernier. As Bernier out in front, showing these drivers how to get it done here in the first heat race of the evening. The drivers doing a great job. Yo, Justin Carby coming in, showing the love over on YouTube. What is good, my boy? What is good, Justin? How you doing, my boy? Showing the love over there on the red site. Lonick Bernier out in front. Colton Zimmer there in second. Brett Caudill in position number 3. You can see that 4-place driver, Logan Rumsey, right there to the inside of the 93 riders. The 93 gets up into the outside wall ever so slightly. That's going to open the door here. A little bit of contact. They somehow keep on rolling. Now here comes Justin Norwood. Norwood down through the middle here. He's trying to find something. Trying to find himself up and around that 93 ride as Brett Caudill continues to slide back up into the wall. There goes Colton Herbert up there as well. The caution flag is going to fly. The massive damage, a couple huge hits right there for the 93 and for Colton Herbert and the Dr. Greatness rides as they both get up into that outside wall, and the caution flag is going to be displayed. Let's see if we can play it back here just a little bit and see what happens. As a lot of contact right there, and unfortunately for the 93 ride, just getting up into that outside wall just a little bit here as they're 3 wide, almost 4 wide right there in front of them. He's going to get up into the outside wall, but so isn't that Dr. Greatness ride after a little bit of contact between him and the 14 ride of Trey Mills as they kind of bounced off each other just ever so slightly there in the middle of the corner. Going to help send that Dr. Greatness ride up the racetrack. Right there is that contact up into the wall. Unfortunately, him and Brett Caudill hard into that outside wall. Heavy damage to both rides. Still getting lined up, stacked up, and ready to go back as you see some of these guys going down pit side, getting some work done to their rides. We're going to get ready to set them back loose here in this one. Yo, Knox, my boy, coming in, showing the love. Joey Lamb coming in. John Darby coming in, showing the love over there on Facebook as well. Coming in, smashing the like and the shares. Let's go, baby. Let's go. As Lonick Bernier is going to see that green flag back out into the air here in this one. Quickly, he's going to slide it up there into corner number 1. And down through corner number 2 as he takes the lead back away. They continue to beat and bang and bounce around deeper through the field here. See Chance Carr right there through the middle. Here comes the 14 ride. The future Trey Mills there in that 6th position. Justin Norwood up into position number 4. He's on the outside looking in. And some contact. Our race leader, Lonick Bernier, gets up the racetrack into the 8 ride of Logan Rumsey. And we're going to see the caution flag come back out. A lot of beating and banging and battles all around this racetrack. No one's win around, but some very hard contact as you see the 8 ride of Logan Rumsey gets up into the wall here. I do believe a little bit of contact between our race leader, Lonick Bernier, and the 09 rider, Colton Zimmer, as I believe Zimmer's going to get into his back end right here. Right there's the contact. It's going to spin this 74 ride almost completely around. A little bit more contact. It's going to shove that front end back up towards the outside wall. Nowhere to go for Logan Rumsey. He gets up into that wall, up into the air here. As everybody else trying to avoid him there, all jumping down to the bottom side of the racetrack. Little bit of contact there for Colton Herbert, but most of them keep it pointed in the right direction, but a ton of damage there for that 8 ride. All right, so I'm not sure how our officials are going to call that one. Looks like everyone's going to get their position back as the caution flag came out rather quickly there. Looks like they're going to stack everybody up and get back to business. It's the pace car, makes that hard left-hand turn back down pit side. We're going to get ready to set him back loose as Lonick Bernier out in front. The 09 rider, Colt Zimmer, there in position number 2. Justin Norwood, Logan Rumsey, Trey Mills, Brett Caudill, as we're going to go back to green flag racing. The 74 quickly jumping up to the high side, clears the 09, but here comes Colton Zimmer. The slide job himself gets up into the wall, ever so slightly more contact. Upside down goes Justin Norwood. There goes Logan Rumsey, Colton Zimmer upside down as well. And some more carnage, and unfortunately Justin Norwood upside down, taking that ride down pit side. You can see the 09 ride already down there, as well as some more mayhem down the backstretch, and a lot of carnage right there once again. So we'll take a look back and see what happens here. You can see that contact as 09 ride goes for the slide job over the 74. He just overshoots it ever so slightly, gets up into the outside wall, and then comes back down the racetrack. And then unfortunately everyone trying to avoid him, and you can see the 14 rider Trey Mills gets underneath of him, gets into the back of him, and then he goes down the racetrack into the 4 ride of Justin Norwood. Then Norwood goes upside down as the 09 goes back up the racetrack, collects the 8 ride and the Colton Herbert ride there as well, and there's absolute mayhem around the racetrack there. Nothing any of these drivers really could have done except for just hanging on and trying to keep their car pointed in the right direction here. Oh, baby, hang on to her. Woo! You can see this one happening right in front of Logan Rumsey as he's down through the middle side of the racetrack. See how quickly it happens. Oh, he's doing such a great job to stay out of it, and unfortunately just not enough, as we're going to go back to green flag racing here. We got another driver turned around, but I do believe we're going to call it there in that one. So heat race number 2, I do believe is going to end there early in this one, as we'll take a look back and see how heat race number 2 finishes off here. As and that was a little bit of a carnage-filled one. Yo, what's good, Trent? Trent coming in, showing the love. What's up, my dude? What's up, homie? What's up, my man? All right, so heat race number 2 gonna finish with Lonick Bernier out in front, Brett Caudill there in second, and Trey Mills, the future, coming home in that 3rd and final transfer position. You see Chance Carr, Diesel Jones, and everybody else, unfortunately, going to the consolation races, as only the top 3 will transfer through. Everybody else is going to go home, or actually is going to go to the consolation races early in this one, as we're going to get ready here for heat race number 3. Heat race number 3, another 10 drivers, another 3 transfer spots into the A main feature event, and starting on the pole in this one. In the 24 ride, that is Knox Lumley. To his outside, in the 16 ride, that is Bryson Riddle. Starting in position number 3 in the 23, that is Chase Barbara. And to his outside in the 33 ride, that is Hunter Rich. Starting in position number 5 in the 22, that is Camden Johnston. And to his outside in the 171 ride, that is Brandon Freeberg. Starting in position number 7 in the 39 ride, that is Jason Korn. And to his outside in the 10 ride, that is Lindsey Jones. And bringing up the rear of the field in the 00 ride, That is Kendall Tucker into his outside. That is the 22 ride of Tucker Anderson. 10 more drivers, 3 more transfer spots. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all know what to do. Hit that like button, hit that share button, and hit that follow button as we're back to green flag racing here at Port Royal Speedway. Knox Lumley out in front, but up into the outside wall. Going to get a big run here into the wall again. That's going to open up the door. Chase Barbara down on the bottom side here. He's going to take the lead away. It's the slide job out of Bryson Riddle. A little bit of contact. Hang on to it. Campton Johnston. Johnson almost going around, keeps that car pointed in the right direction. You see Kendall Tucker up into the outside wall here as well. Some more contact. Around goes Brandon Freeberg in the 171. No caution flag. They're going to keep on rolling here. Tucker Anderson right in the middle here now between Jason Korn and the 10 ride of Lindsey Jones right there, as well as Tucker Anderson on a mission here towards the front of the field, now up into position number 5 as the 171 ride of Brandon Freeberg still parked there on the racetrack, and unfortunately, the caution flag is going to fly. Yo, what's good, Dean? My boy Dean coming in, showing the love. What is good, homie? What is good, my boy? Coming in, smashing that like button. Let's go. Let's go. Woo. All right, we'll take a look back here and see what happens here to the 171 ride of Freeberg. Up onto the outside there. The 10 ride just gets up into the outside wall, comes off the wall, and unfortunately into that right rear quarter panel there of that 171. And then Brandon, fortunately, just going to keep that car there on the racetrack, and that's all it takes is to leave that car right there. The leader's coming around corner number 2. Top break right there, a top break. Yo, Rich, Mr. Murtaugh coming in with the 333-star dono again. Rich, my boy, coming in showing the big love here again tonight. My boy Rich coming in showing all the love. I appreciate you, my boy. I hope you're having yourself a wonderful, wonderful evening. Yo, Tyler Wilfong coming in showing the love as well. Smashing that like button on the stream. Brett Taylor coming in, hitting that like as well. Let's get it, baby. Let's go, chat. Woo! These guys are putting on a heck of a show, a heck of a race here for us early on in this one. These guys continue to just battle all around the racetrack. A lot of contact, but these guys are doing a very good job of holding the wheel pretty here, keeping their cars pointed in the right direction for the most part. We're putting on a great, great show here. Some wicked racing action all around this racetrack as you see Kendall Tucker down pit side getting a quick repair done to that 0-0 ride. So it's going to put Kendall back to the rear of the field here once again. A tough break for him. It's out in front. It's the 23 Machina Chase Barbara to his outside in the 24. That is Knox Lumley. They're in position number 3. We see Bryson Riddle in the 16. The 33 ride of Hunter Rich there in 4th. Tucker Anderson, Jason Korn there in 5th and 6th. Camden Johnston, Brandon Freeberg, Lindsey Jones, and Kendall Tucker bringing up the rear of the field as we're going to get ready to go back to green flag racing. The 23 ride sees that green flag into the air as contact behind him already wrecking here. There goes the 24 ride of Knox Lumley. Turned around almost upside down. We're going to have to restack them and get ready to go back to battle here, as that was definitely a little bit of a log jam restart there, and a bit of damage and a bit of carnage there at a corner number 4, as like the 33 ride of Hunter Rich trying to kind of jump down to the inside here of the 24 ride, and took him a little bit 3 wide, and unfortunately that 3 wide just quite didn't work out. Around goes the 24 right onto the hood there of Brandon Freeberg in the 33. Some more damage, some more tore up race cars as we'll get them all packed back together and pointed back in the right direction as we'll get ready to go back to green flag racing. The 33 ride of Hunter Ridge taking his ride down pit side here, getting some work done to it. Knox Lumley back there in that 10th position. Kendall Tucker still back there as well. You believe the 22 ride getting sent to the back as well. I do believe that is the 22 of Tucker Anderson getting sent back there as well, possibly. Doesn't look like it is. It looks like we're going to get him stacked back up and ready to go back to Green Flag Racing. Chase Barbara out in front here. We're going to get one more time around as the lights are still turned on. That official iRacing pace truck. Restart zone in turn 3. I mean,
let's go.
Who knows? Who knows at this point, John? Who knows? I guess restart zone is wherever the leader decides. I don't make the rules. I don't make the rules, my boy. No idea. No clue. No clue. I mean, he was in the middle of 3 and 4. I mean, that's normally where most people do fire at this racetrack. I mean, I don't think it was very early. I don't think it was late. It could have been a little bit later, but I don't think it was too early. I've seen guys fire a lot earlier than that. That's for certain. Yo, Matt George. Matt coming in showing the love, smashing that like on the stream. Lonic Bernier coming in hitting that like as well, as we're going to get ready to go back to Green Flag Racing. Chase Barbara out in front, puts that pedal to the metal here once again. This time looking fairly clean here. One driver up into the outside wall just ever so slightly. It's the 22 ride, the Dirty Amigos, number 22 of Camden Johnston. As Johnston trying to jump up into one of these third and final transfer spots here, as he's trying to jump up and around the 16 ride. A little bit of contact. Around goes the 10 ride up into the outside wall. That's Lindsey Jones going for a ride. We're going to keep it pointed in the right direction here. Everyone going to keep on going as it's like the 10 ride's going to spin back around. He saw Knox Lumley there as well, as it looks like we're just going to end heat race number 3 there. Once again, looks like it's going to end under yellow flag, or well, green flag conditions, but timing out there a little bit. Timing out there for these drivers, so they're going to have to smarten it up a little bit and try to get some more green flag laps under their belt here. So we'll take a look back and see what happens here once again. For our final standings here in heat race number 3, Chase Barbara, Jason Korn, and Camden Johnston, 1, 2, and 3. They are going to transfer through into the A main feature event. Riddle, Tucker, Freeberg, Rich, Anderson, Lumley, and Jones are all going to be going to the consolation races, as we'll stack them back up and get ready to go back to Green Flag Racing. Whew. Man, these guys have been putting on a show for us. I mean, a little bit of a chaotic one, but nonetheless, still a show, as we're going to get ready to set them back loose here. Actually, I do believe we're going to get ready for our first consolation race of the evening, our C main. The top 7 will transfer through into the A main feature event. Everybody else, 3 heats, 1 finish so far. I know, John. I know. It is what it is, homie. I can't handle it. I can't do anything about it. It is what it is, my boy. It is what it is. Nothing we can do, and I don't know. Can't tell you anything. So we're going to get ready here for our C main consolation race. A little bit of a jump there on the restart. They all kind of get bunched up together here. As out in front, it's the 741. As the caution flag is going to come back out. They kind of saw how that start was kind of handled there, so they're going to throw that caution flag, make sure everyone's on the same page, and kind of get everyone lined back up and ready to go back to Green Flag Racing. As out in front, it's the 741 ride of James Starry. To his outside is that 16 ride of Bryson Riddle. Starting in position number 46, that is Diesel Jones, and to his outside in the 07, that is Gabe Elkins. Starting in position number 5 in the 171, the Max Droop machine, that is Brandon Freeberg. And to his outside, that is Logan Rumsey. As now we're going to go to Green Flag Racing here. The green flag back out into the air. I don't know what they've done to this lobby, but it is absolutely crazy. It's not that serious, exactly. It's not that serious. James Starry out in front here as Starry leads the way. Diesel Jones in position number 2. Colton Herbert there in 3rd. Gabe Elkins in position number 4. As a little bit of contact, around goes Freeberg. Again, the 171 ride. Getting a lot of damage there going back around here. That car once again tore up. That Max Droop ride has had some very, very bad, unfortunate breaks here in this one, as we'll take a look back and see what happens here. So Brandon Freeberg has got the 8 ride of Logan Rumsey there behind him, the 16 of Bryson Riddle. It looks like Riddle just, I don't know if that was neck code or what that was, because that car jumped up into the air in a quick hurry. See if we can get another look at this one. Definitely makes a little contact. I don't know if definitely gets into that left rear tire and outspins him around, but man, he got up into the air in a quick hurry there. That car jumped up into the air and some heavy damage there for that 171 ride. Oh, that's a tough break, man. That's a tough one right there for Freeberg, but looks like he's got that car fixed back up and back out onto the racetrack here after getting a quick repair. Bryson Riddle getting the EOL here off the racetrack, as I don't see the 16 ride out there anymore, so it means we're going to get him stacked back up, re-racked, and ready to go back to Green Flag Racing. Diesel Jones trying to find himself around that 741 ride of James Starry. Colton Herbert there in third, also trying to find himself up and around him, as a little bit of contact there across the start-finish line, as here comes Colton Herbert down on the bottom side of the racetrack. Logan Rumsey trying to follow him right on through, as they almost go 3 wide there out of corner number 2. Is out in front. It's all James Starry, as Starry leads the way. Diesel Jones there in second, and 3 wide there for position number 3. Dr. Greatness ride of Colton Herbert trying to hold on to position number 3, but he's got Gabe Elkins and Logan Rumsey all over him here, as Rumsey now down to the bottom side of the racetrack. You see that 91 ride of Peyton Stevenson down there, as well as the top 7 will transfer. 1 driver of 3 drivers will unfortunately be going home early, and this one is now a 22 ride up into the outside fence. Here comes Brandon Freeberg. Freeberg is going to get taken out again. He's going to go around. Man, this 171 ride of Brandon Freeberg cannot catch a break. Oh my gosh. Brandon Freeberg has definitely had the worst luck here, as Tucker Anderson gets into the back of him here, spins him around, and fortunately, it's not the break the 171 ride wanted to have. Spun around, pointed in the wrong direction here again. He's going to get that car pointed back in the right direction and going to continue on trucking here, but man, you got to feel bad a little bit here for this 171 ride. He's had some very tough luck in this race, as 22 just cuts down. The racetrack tries to get into that middle lane, and unfortunately the 171 ride was there and just gets underneath of him, lifts those rear tires up, spins him around, loses the front end himself, and goes around as well for the 22 ride. As we'll stack them back up, re-rack them, and get ready to go back to Green Flag Racing. James Starry out in front. Diesel Jones, Colton Herbert, Logan Rumsey, and Peyton Stevenson rounding out our top 5. So we're going to get ready to go back to Green Flag Racing. Too bad he didn't have to pay for repairs or get a slap to the face. That might stop all the BS. Yeah, that would probably stop it. I think the paying for repairs would definitely be cool to a certain aspect, would definitely clean up a lot of races, but definitely would suck for drivers that, unfortunately just get tied up in accidents that has nothing to do with them. It could go either way. It could go either way on that one. It's out in front. It's all James Starry. Colton Herbert trying to hold on to position number 2. Logan Rumsey taking a look down to his inside here. Is Rumsey there in third. Our top 7 drivers will transfer through into the A main feature event, as Peyton Stevenson there in 4th. Diesel Jones in position number 5. The 07 rider Gabe Elkins there in position number 6. Taking a look down to the inside, as Brandon Freeberg holding on to that 7 in final transfer spot into the A main feature event. Billy Roberts right there in position number 8 here on the outside looking in, as Tucker Anderson and Bryson Riddle have both been parked down pit side. So we got 8 drivers left on the racetrack. 1 driver out of this bunch will unfortunately be going home early. Everybody else will be going to the A main feature event here in this one. As out in front, it's all James Starry. Actually, no, Starry is going to lose a couple spots here as he's battling now with the 8 ride of Logan Rumsey as Colton Herbert jumps up and takes that lead away ever so slightly up here on the high side. Goes for the big slide job, the crossover out of the Dr. Greatness machine. As here comes Logan Rumsey and Colton Herbert down to the inside here. James Starry looking for a big run out of corner number 2 here. Back down to the inside, gonna slide up in front of that number. He doesn't even have a number, but he gets up into the outside wall. Colton Herbert trying to hang on to it here as the white flag is gonna be displayed. One more time around for James Starry. Can Starry hold him off? He's got Logan Rumsey to his inside. Colton Herbert right there behind him. Herbert's going to take a look way down to the inside. A little bit of contact with the 8 ride. As the 8 ride comes up the racetrack, it's going to be the 8 machine of Logan Rumsey picking up the win here in our C main consolation race. Starry, Jones, Stevenson, Elkins, Freeberg, and Billy Roberts are going to get that final transfer positions into the A main feature event. Colton Herbert, I'm not sure what happened there to Colton, but pulled down to the inside of the racetrack there at a corner number 4. Unfortunately, he's going to be on the outside looking in here. He is not going to transfer through into the A main feature event. Either is Tucker Anderson or Bryson Riddle, as we're going to get them stacked up, re-racked, and ready to go here for our B main consolation race. Once again, top 7 drivers will transfer through into the show. Everybody else will go home as we're going to get ready here for our B main consolation race. Starting on the pole in this one. In the 2 ride, that is Chance Carr. To his outside in the 33 machine, that is Caleb Durgan. Starting in position number 3 in the 00, that is Kendall Tucker. Into his outside in the 53 ride, that is Scott Smith. Starting in position number 5 in the 09,
let's go.
That is Colton Zimmer. To his outside in the 33 ride, that is Hunter Rich. Starting in position number 7 in the 24, that is Knox Lumley. Into his outside in the 8th position, that is Justin Norwood. Starting in position number 9 in the 10 ride, that is Lindsey Jones. Into his outside in the 91 ride, that is Logan Herbert. We're missing Talon Willis out there as we're going the green flag racing here in this B main consolation race. Yo, Randy Clark coming in, smashing the like on the stream. Josh Ely coming in, smashing that like as well as we are green flag racing here. Kendall Tucker looking to try to take this lead away from the 2 ride as the D1 RT machine, a Chance Carr out in front. Kendall Tucker down to the inside trying to find something here on the bottom side of the racetrack. Is that high side already starting to slick off pretty good? You can still find a ton of speed, a lot of momentum up there, but it gets very, very treacherous. One simple mistake, one wrong move can end your night in a quick hurry up there on that outside wall. It's Kendall Tucker running that lane lower here in the 0-0 ride. Him and Chance Carr continue to battle for the top spot. It's Caleb Durgan right there in 3rd, Hunter Rich there in 4th. And Scott Smith in position number 5 as we're going to see the caution flag fly here. I do believe Lindsey Jones having some issues here in the 10 machine. See him and Knox Lumley just gets into the back bumper, and what a ride here out of the 10 ride. Holy smokes. What in the world? We'll have to take another look at this one, as that was a little bit of a crazy one to the 10 machine as Knox gets into his left rear just right there and scoops him up and goes for a wild flip here in corner number 3. Wowzers. Just gets right underneath that left rear and scoops him up there and sends him for a ride, as that was a bit of a crazy one right there. I don't even know how many times they flipped, but it was too many to count. Holy smokes. Well, good to see the driver's okay. Keeps on rolling. Keeps that car on all 4 tires. That's We'll stack them up, re-rack them, and get ready to go back to battle. Knox Lumley getting that EOL. He's going to start at the back of the pack. An unfortunate break there for the 10 rider, Lindsey Jones, as he's unfortunately back there as well. As we'll stack them up, re-rack them, and get ready to go back to battle. Chance Carr, Kendall Tucker, 1 and 2. Caleb Durgan, Hunter Rich there in 3 and 4. Colton Zimmer, Scott Smith, Justin Norwood, Logan Herbert, Lindsey Jones, and Knox Lumley rounding out the field here in this one. 7 drivers will transfer through. Everybody else will unfortunately be loading their cars back up onto the trailers. They will be joining the fans in the stands here. That's the last thing they want to do, is be one of these drivers not in the show here, not being able to put on a great race for all of us up here in the grandstands. 10 car have a spoiler? I don't think so. I think the spoiler is gone. It looks like it's kind of gone, doesn't it? Take a look at it here. No, I don't think so. I don't know. I think the spoiler is gone. I think that's the rear deck lid that's kind of bent up there a little bit. That's definitely not going to be a fun ride to handle out there on the racetrack. That's for dang certain. That's definitely not going to be fun to handle. But he's going to keep it out onto the racetrack, hope for a little bit of fortune and good luck to go his way, and hopefully try to work himself into that A-main feature event. As out in front, Kendall Tucker takes the lead away. So Tucker now out in front. Chance Carr there in second, trying to hold off the 33 ride of Caleb Durgan. As Durgan there in position number 3. They're both going to take a look down to the inside here at Kendall Tucker. As Tucker up there on the high side of the racetrack. See Knox Lumley getting bounced around a little bit. He's going to get that car back under handle here, pointed back in the right direction, as he has his Dirty Amigos teammate in the 33 ride right there in front of him. As Hunter Rich and Logan Herbert go to battle here for that 7th and 8th position on the racetrack. Right now, the 33 ride of Hunter Rich in that 7th and final transfer spot. That means Logan Herbert, Knox Lumley, Lindsey Jones, and Talon Willis are on the outside looking in here. Kendall Tucker continues to lead the way. Tucker out in front. Durgan, Chance Carr battle side by side for second and third. Then you see Colton Zimmer there in fourth. The 53 rider Scott Smith having a great run there in position number 5. Justin Norwood there in 6. As now we see Knox Lumley unfortunately take his ride off the racetrack and down pit side here. So a tough break for Knox Lumley, as well as he's now parked down pit side. So one more driver off the racetrack here in this one as the laps continue to get clicked down here. Quickly refresh this web browser here. This overlay working here again, as it looks like we got that 3 more laps left to go. 2 more laps this time by the start-finish line. For the 0-0 ride of Kendall Tucker. Caleb Durgan there in second. Chance Carr in third. Top 7 will transfer through. Everybody else will unfortunately be loading up and joining the fans in the stands here. Currently Hunter Rich in that 7th and final transfer spot. That means Logan Herbert, Lindsey Jones, Knox Lumley, and Talon Willis on the outside looking in here. As Caleb Durgan trying to jump up and take this top spot away from Kendall Tucker, as the white flag has been displayed one more time. Down into corner number 3, up into the outside wall. A little bit there for Caleb Durgan. They're going to drag race back down to the start-finish line. And it's Caleb Durgan picking up the P-main win with a good last lap move to get around Kendall Tucker to pick up the win. Tucker coming home in second. Chance Carr, Colton Zimmer, Scott Smith, Justin Norwood, and Hunter Rich are all going to transfer through into the A-main feature event, as we're going to get these drivers out onto the racetrack here for a quick warm-up session. That means we're going to get a quick break in ourselves, and we're going to get ready here for our A-main feature event. So ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere, as the show is just about to begin. right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if you came here for a show, well, here you go, as we're going to get ready for our A main feature event as these drivers stacked up, ready to go. The pace truck already making that hard left-hand turn down pit side. That means we're going to jump straight into the green flag racing. Robbie Balkin Jr., Lonick Bernier, Chase Barbara, Travis St. Clair, Jason Korn, Brett Coddale, Trey Mills, Matthew Selby, Logan Rumsey, and Camden Johnston are going to round out our top 10 as we are green flag racing here in this one, our A main feature event underway at Port Royal Speedway. Quickly, Robbie Balkin Jr. out in front as the caution flag, and they come out quickly in this one as they were all primed and ready to go to battle there in that one. And down the backstretch, we saw a couple drivers there at the bottom of the screen go for a bit of a ride. We'll take a look and see where this all starts. I'm not too sure who it starts on. We'll have to take a look at some of these drivers deeper in the field. I do believe Brett Coddale, there's the 23 ride there in that one, as well as, see if we can get a good angle on this one, as it looks like the 74 ride and the 23 kind of come together here off corner number 2. They kind of make that little bit of contact. They come back up the racetrack, collect the 93 ride. You see Chase Barbara, the 93, and just everybody else in the field get piled into that one. Kendall Tucker, the 91 ride in there as well. It's the big one there in this one as we'll jump on board here. I don't know where Kendall Tucker disappeared to. There he is. See what Kendall Tucker sees from his point of view here. There's everyone bouncing around in front of him and unfortunately nowhere to go. The 93 ride, Logan Rumsey in there as well. Matthew Selby with some pretty heavy damage. The other 46 Chance Carr in there. Caleb Durgan in there. So everybody getting a piece of the action there. Everybody except for our race leader, Robbie Balkin Jr. as Robbie continues to lead the way here in the 31 ride. That CFM Esports, sweet victory. The Julius Speed Shop Nunnerman number 31 ride has been looking very, very fast here all evening long. That car has been absolutely hooked up and ready to go here. One is heat race number 1, quickest in qualifying as well. And this 31 machine looks absolutely set up for perfection here tonight in this race. Matthew Selby headed down pit side as well in the CFM and Julius Speed Shop number 46 ride as he's going to head down and get some repairs done to his ride. Everyone else starting to figure out where they're supposed to go here on the racetrack, trying to get back into the proper positions here. We'll slowly but surely get them stacked back up, re-racked, and back out onto the racetrack. Good to see Billy Roberts out here as well in that Gears Unlimited Vital Motorsports number 99 ride as the WB Creative Designs machine looking very, very slick here out there on the racetrack in this one. He's got that 74 ride, Lonick Bernier there behind him as we'll get him stacked up, re-racked, and ready to go back to battle as Robbie Balkin Jr. out in front. Chase Barbara there to his outside. The Max Troop number 13, Tia Travis St. Clair there in third. To his outside in that 22 ride is Camden Johnston. Then we see Trey Mills, Colton Zimmer, Caleb Durgan, James Starry, Gabe Elkins, and Scott Smith rounding out our top 10 here in the early runnings of this one. As it looks like we're going to try to get everyone back to where they're supposed to be. Looks like the 741 ride in the back a little bit here. Looks like he's trying to get back to where he's supposed to be. I'm not sure if he knows where he's supposed to be, but he's trying to find it. Can't start 3 wide here, fellas. I don't know what's going on. Oh, there you go. I think he's found the spot he's supposed to be in. I don't think Kendall Tucker thinks he's supposed to be there, but interesting, interesting. All right, well, we're going to stack them up, rack them up, and we're going to go back to green flag racing here. We'll have to wait for iRacing to settle that one to show us who's supposed to be where as Out in front, once again, shot out of a cannon. It's that 31 rider, Robbie Bachman Jr. Robbie leads the way here down into corner number 3 and out of corner number 4 here. He's going to get another one under his belt as he looks to continue to pull away from the rest of the field. Chase Barbara trying to track him down there in second as the caution flag is going to come back out here in this one. Dang it. All right, looks like Lonick Bernier, Logan Rumsey, a couple of these drivers having some issues a little bit deeper in the field here as kind of get a little stacked up. Oh, it looks like the 741 gets up into the outside wall there.
Let's go!
I don't think Lonick Bernier had any part of that one as James Starry just gets up into that outside wall and comes down the racetrack into Logan Rumsey and collect the 46 rider. Matthew Selby in there as well as he's going to go upside down there. An unfortunate break there for James Starry, but get another look at this one. Just get up into that outside wall right there. Then nowhere to go for Rumsey, nowhere to go there for the 46 rider Matthew Selby as Selby gets hard into that inside wall as well. Selby would have had a crazy view on that one as out of nowhere from the right here, drive right over his front nose here and right up on top of him, getting a good look there underneath of that 741 machine and checking his oil, and unfortunately hung up onto the wall there just a little bit as it's like the pace truck going to make the hard left-hand turn back down pit side. That means we're going to get ready to set him back loose here. Robbie Bachman Jr. has been hitting these restarts absolutely perfectly. There he is through 3 and 4. Going to get that green flag back out into the air here once again as Robbie Bachman Jr. trying to pull away, trying to open up that lead as you see them already starting to spread out. 2-3 wide back there behind them. 3 wide there for position number 4 off corner number 2. You see one driver sliding back a little bit. That's Scott Smith. They start to stack up in 3 and 4. More contact up into the outside wall. Oh no, Jason Korn collected. Brett Caudill. I don't think the caution flag has been thrown as of yet, but that 39 ride's got to get spun around in a quick hurry here. So the leader's coming down through corner number 4. No caution flag. We're going to keep on rolling here. Luckily enough, the 39 ride gets pulled down to the inside, but here comes the 91 right into his back bumper there. The full head of steam, Kendall Tucker in there as well, and the caution flag is finally going to come out here for the slow number 39 ride. Now Matthew Selby trying to head down pit side, and the 39 ride just right there as well. Going to get taken out again here. Okay, so a few different incidences out here on the racetrack to take a look at it. The 91 ride, I just don't think was expecting, you know, a very, very slow 39 ride, basically parked there in corner number 3, or corner number 1. Unfortunate break there for Peyton Stevenson as he's upside down. Lonick Bernier with some pretty heavy damage there as well. And Tucker tied up in that one. Matthew Selby, some more damage as well. 99 ride of Billy Roberts collected. And then we saw Matthew Selby try to cut down the racetrack here and head down pit side, down the backstretch, and fortunately it was right in front of the 39 ride and kind of gives him a little tap, and upside down was the 46. Luckily enough, back onto all 4 tires, so he was able to actually wheel it down inside there, so somewhat of a good break, I guess, but definitely not the run that Selby would want to have here in this one, as he's been tied up in a few big wrecks already and a lot of damage done to that ride. As we'll stack them up, re-rack them, and try it again here. These drivers at the front of the field, they've been just starting to roll, starting to kind of get their legs underneath of them here. The caution flags keep on flying, so I'm sure Robbie Bachman Jr. doesn't mind it as the laps continue to click down, but man, oh man, I know he'd love to just try to open up his lead here, get one of these big restarts, and pull away from the rest of the field here and drive off into the sunset. But every single one of these caution flags is going to bring that 23 at Chase Barbara right back to his outside. The 13T at Travis St. Clair right back to his rear bumper. That's going to give them plenty of opportunities to try to jump up, find a way around this 31 ride, and see if they can park their rides up here in victory lane over that 31 machine. We'll stack them up, re-rack them, and get ready to go back to Green Flag Racing. This time, we're going to take a Peacemaker game and crank it up. So, ladies and gentlemen, crank up the volume and cheer on your favorite drivers as we're back to Green Flag Racing. caution flag coming back out here in this one. A good little crank it up session there. Some sights and sounds of these super late models around Port Royal Speedway. Great sights and sounds out there on the racetrack as we'll take a look back and see what happens here to bring out yet again another caution flag in this one. So it was the 14 ride, the future, Trey Mills. Fortunately having some issues here. Trey down on the bottom side of the racetrack sends it up. The 13T ride of Travis St. Clair, just nowhere to go. Logan Rumsey gets into the back end of Trey Mills, who was trying to get onto the binders there and unfortunately gets pointed in the wrong direction out there on the racetrack, and the caution flag is going to fly here for that 14 ride as we'll take another look at this one. See him slide up right here, trying to avoid the contact with the 33 as didn't have enough to clear him, trying to fill the hole right there as the rear end kicks out the 13T of Travis St. Clair, just trying to hold his line up there on the high side, gets up into the outside wall to try and avoid him, and A-Ride trying to sneak down underneath of him, and unfortunately for the 14 of Trey Mills, goes for a wild ride there. Caution flag going to come back out. We're going to stack them back up, and we're going to go back to green flag racing here. Robbie Balkanen Jr. still out in front. This car has been pretty much picture perfect all evening long. The battle's on, though, for position number 2. As Chase Barbara and the 33 ride of Caleb Durgan are going to duke it out for position number 2. That's exactly what that 31 ride wants to see, is those guys battle for second as the caution flag going to come right back out here in this one. Oh my. All right, we'll take a look. It looks like Gabe Elkins, fortunately having some issues here. Gabe down the bottom side of corner number 2. Oh, the A-ride of Logan Rumsey. Oh my gosh. I don't know what happened there to Rumsey, but something happened to him at a corner number 2. I don't know if he just got into the outside wall there or not, but let's jump right on board. Well, let's jump right behind the 8 ride and see what happens. Something to the outside wall a little bit there and kind of gets stuck into it, then comes down the racetrack, and unfortunately goes for a wild ride all the way down into the pits here. Oh my gosh. Right onto the scales there in corner number 3. That was absolutely insane. As take a look right here from the cockpit of the 07 ride of Gabe Elkins. Unfortunately, just the wrong place at the wrong time as the 8 ride comes down over top of them, and then both get down into that inside wall, and they both go for a ride. Unfortunately, some heavy damage, and upside down goes that 07 ride as he's stuck in his machine down pit side. This flip here out of the 08 ride, oh my gosh. This was just absolutely insane. All right, as we're going to go back to green flag racing here quickly, the green flag back out into the air for Robbie Balkanen Jr. as you see the 33 ride of Caleb Durgan jumping up and taking position number 2 away from the 23 of Chase Barbara. Chase up into the outside wall ever so slightly there as here comes Travis St. Clair in the 09 and Colton Zimmer as Zimmer down to the bottom side here trying to take that 3rd spot away from the 13, and I think Robbie Balkanen Jr. might have his first little bit of competition on his back bumper as here comes Caleb Durgan, a pair of young guns up here at the front of the field looking to duke it out. Robbie Balkanen Jr. has been holding a pretty wheel here in a great seat all evening long. He hasn't had a lot of competition on his back bumper, but he may have finally caught up to him here as Caleb Durgan right there trying to hang right with him. And here comes that 13T machine of Travis St. Clair as well. St. Clair going to try to stick right there. St. Clair hard up into that outside wall. A little bit of a wall ride there. I'm sure the officials are keeping an eye on all the wall riding around the racetrack. See Colton Zimmer there in 4th. Chase Barbara trying to take back that 5th position as Brandon Freeberg, the 171 ride, the driver who I do believe has had probably some of the worst luck here tonight in position number 5. So a great recovery here for Freeberg. He's up into that 5th position. Chase Barbara there in 6th, and there's the bad luck going to continue. They somehow keep it together. They somehow keep on rolling. One driver turned around. I believe is the 46 ride of Diesel Jones. The caution flag going to come back out as the old announcer's curse almost came back to bite me in the back end as we were literally just talking about the bad luck and a great recovery here for Brandon Freeberg, and then instantly the 23 ride unfortunately gets a big run there on the high side, gets into his back bumper, kind of spins him around. Justin Norwood having to get onto the binders and kind of stacked everyone up there on the high side, and unfortunately Diesel Jones is going to go around. Some more heavy rear end damage for that 171 ride of Freeberg, as we'll take a look here at the 46 and see what he sees and just everyone's getting stacked up there. He's trying to get onto the binders, and unfortunately Chance Carr kind of just gets underneath of him there and lifts those rear tires up and spins him around, and gonna get onto the binders quick enough there to avoid the contact with the inside wall, but doesn't look like too much damage. He's going to take it down pit side, make sure the car is 100%, and back out onto the racetrack as trying to get these drivers stacked back up and ready to go back to green flag racing. Robbie Bokkinen Jr. has been out in front here all evening long. Travis St. Clair, Caleb Durgan have been trying to take that spot away from him. Early on, it was the 23 ride of Chase Barbara, but Chase now getting the EOL there. The initial contact with Freeberg and spinning that 171 right around, so a tough break there for the 23. He's going to take that HGR ride. Down to speed, number 23, down pit side to get some repairs done to 8 and get him back out onto the racetrack at 100% here and see if he can try to work himself back through the field. Billy Roberts still out there on the racetrack in that Vitell Motorsports Gears Unlimited, number 99. You see the 74 ride back out onto the racetrack as well. I don't know how many laps down Lonick Bernier is, but he's going to try to get some of his laps back here. Trying to get back onto the lead lap. There's the 74. All right, so we'll stack them back up, re-rack them, get ready to go back to green flag racing. That pace truck making the hard left-hand turn back down pit side. That means we're going to get ready to set them back loose here in corner number 3 and 4 as the green flag back out into the air. A good restart there out of the 31 ride. The 33 at Caleb Durgan sticking right there with them. Right to his back bumper here, the 09 ride of Colton Zimmer going to jump up and take position number 3 away from Travis St. Clair. And here comes Justin Norwood. Norwood now up into this battle as well as the 4 ride up inside the top 5 now. Brandon Freeberg there in that 6th position. Scott Smith having a good solid top 10 run here. Once again as the 53 ride there in 7th. Trying to hold off Trey Mills and the 22 ride of Camden Johnston. Chance Carr in position number 10. But here comes the 23 ride of Chase Barbara in the 00 of Kendall Tucker. Out in front, it's all Robbie Bokkinen Jr. Robbie continuing to lead the way here, continuing to show these drivers how to get it done. Make sure we re-update this overlay, as for some reason it is having a real hard time here tonight. Down across the start-finish line there, lap number 29 of 40. As the 31 ride continues to lead the way, and the caution flag going to come back out here in this one. Looks like Kendall Tucker and Chase Barbara are having some good battles out there side by side, and unfortunately looks like they're going to come together here off corner number 4. They're going to come together right there. The 53 ride of Smith collected in that as well, and around goes Kendall Tucker, around goes the 23 ride, and unfortunately there, a little bit of contact's enough to just spin them both around, and unfortunately the caution flag going to come back out here. Saw a gap up there on the high side, tried to take it, and couldn't get that car stopped there with 23 stuck kind of down underneath of them. And fortunately, I do believe they're going to take their rides. Oh, there's the 23 ride back out onto the racetrack. I do believe Kendall Tucker's still out there as well, so that one may not be over yet. So we'll stack them up, get ready to go back to green flag racing. We were talking about how that Majulisi Speed Shop number 53 as Scott Smith was having a good night. The old announcer's curse coming back to bite me again here, as almost instantly we saw him kind of get slowed up on the racetrack there down on the inside, and unfortunately he slid back into that 13th spot here. So tough break for the 53 ride as well. You see a little bit of rear damage to that ride, a little bit of front end damage. I don't think there's a car out there except for Robbie Bokkinen Jr. that doesn't have any damages. Robbie's car is probably the only one that really hasn't touched anything else here, as we're going to go back to green flag racing. The 33 ride of Caleb Durgan with a good look down to the inside. He's going to go for the slide job here over the 31 ride. A perfect crossover side by side down into corner number 3. 31 ride's going to jump back up in front of him here. Keep that pedal to the metal here, trying to keep Durgy at bay as the 2 ride of Chance Cargo sliding there through 3 and 4. The caution flag going to come back out. A lot of damage there to the 23 ride of Chase Barbara. The two-ride a chance car is going to go for a bit of a ride there, and the caution flag is going to come back out. Take a look and see what happens here for the two machine. A little contact there with Diesel Jones, just enough underneath of that rear end that it lifts the rear tires up into the air once it kind of breaks traction and levels out that rear end. These things snap around in a quick hurry, and that's what we saw right there. They kind of got stacked up just ever so slightly on the high side, and fortunately Diesel Jones gets underneath of that two-ride a little bit too far, and once that contact's made and gets underneath of him there, spins him around. Right there, yeah. Yo, Billy, what's good, Mr. Roberts? Billy coming in, showing the love. What is good, homie? Mr. Roberts coming in, smashing that like button on the stream. How you doing, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? If you're enjoying the racing action, if you're enjoying the show, make sure you hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that follow button. If you're watching over on YouTube, make sure you hit that sub button as we continue to grow on every single channel. We're also live over on Kick live streaming as well. If you're watching over there, make sure you hit that like and follow button over there on Kick, as we're going to get ready to go back to green flag racing. Robbie Balkanen Jr. trying to hold him off here, trying to show him how to get it done. Does he have enough? Does he have enough time to show him that he can keep him at bay here? As not sure what the time limit's looking like, but it's probably clicking down in a quick hurry here. We'll stack them up, re-rack them, and get ready to go back to green flag racing here once again. We'll have to see if he can get a better restart over that 33 ride as he fires there in 3 and 4, and the green flag back out and into the air here. Durgan sticking right there with him, going to take a big run down to the inside. He's going to go for the slide job there in corner number 1 and 2. The crossover perfectly from Robbie Balkanen Jr. planning for that one. Gets back out in front, up on the high side, looking to pull away here as here comes Justin Norwood. Up there on the high side, gets up into the outside wall ever so slightly, hopefully. Not too much damage there to the 4 ride. Is now the 0-9 up into the outside wall. Norwood's going to throw it in there. They beat and bang and battle as Norwood jumps back up into position number 3. Travis St. Clair there in 4th. Here comes Trey Mills as well. The 0-9 ride of Colton Zimmer still trying to hold on to it there on the high side as Caleb Durgan trying to hold on to position number 2 as here comes the 4 of Norwood trying to find a couple more positions here as Robbie Balkanen Jr. once again shot out of a cannon as he is absolutely pulling away here. We'll take a ride around Port Royal Speedway here with our race leader as you can see him hooked up and absolutely flying around this racetrack up there on the high side, keeping it off the wall, keeping that foot in the throttle, cuts down the track there just a little bit through 3 and 4. It's about a middle corner exit there. Trying to keep it out of the wall, gets up into it a little bit, had to really roll out of the throttle. He's going to lose a little bit of time there. Oh man, oh man, he is absolutely hooked up and he is absolutely flying around this racetrack as he's out now to about a 2-second lead now over Caleb Durgan. Durgan all the way back there in corner number 1 is Robbie Balkanen already coming down the backstretch. Almost half a backstretch lead now as Colton Zimmer trying to jump up and take position number 2 away from Caleb Durgan as Durgan in the 4 ride bouncing off of each other. Durgan's trying to hold on to it here. Durgan's going to go around. The caution flag is going to come out. The 171 ride of Freeberg collected in that as well as Caleb Durgan, who was having such a good run all evening long, unfortunately. He's going to go for a ride here. As he's up there on the high side, looks like Norwood's just going to get underneath him, give him that little bit of a tap there, get some super sideways. They kind of bounce off each other, and then he kind of keeps bouncing around, and unfortunately, that 171 ride, once again, Freeberg has had the worst luck of this race, man. I don't think that guy has caught a break yet this evening. I don't think he's caught in a break yet, as we'll take a look here at the 171 ride. Where did Braden Freeberg go? There he is. Brandon, unfortunately, sees this all unfolding there in front of him. Jumps up to the high side thinking he's going to avoid it, but the 33 comes back up the racetrack. Flips him there on that left rear and upside down. Goes that 171 ride in. Some more tough breaks there. That Max Stroop machine of Brandon Freeberg. The 33 of Caleb Durgan still out there on the racetrack. You see Freeberg down pit side coming back out onto the racetrack now. We're getting that car fixed back up and back out there. So we'll stack them up, re-rack them, restack them, and get ready to go back to green flag racing here. Late race caution flag, and this one's going to get very, very interesting here in a quick hurry as Robbie Balkin Jr., Colton Zimmer, Travis St. Clair, Trey Mills, Camden Johnston are going to round out our top 5. We see Diesel Jones, Kendall Tucker, Chance Carr, Matthew Selby still out there on the racetrack, and Caleb Durgan rounding out our top 10. Yo, Billy! Mr. Roberts! Billy Roberts coming in with the 1,000-star dono. Are you kidding me, Billy? Are you kidding me, my boy? Coming in with the 1,000-star dono. Coming in with the big flex, the massive love, my boy. Much appreciated, homie. Much appreciated. Coming in, showing the love with the massive dono, the like, the share, hanging out here. Man, it was good to see you out there on the racetrack, Billy. It was good to see you up here in the feature event. But, man, it kind of got a little crazy out there for a little while. It's still a little crazy now, and I don't think the craziness is done as we're going to go back to green flag racing. Robbie Balkin Jr. trying to run away with this one as caution flag is going to come right back out here. Not sure what it was coming out for this time. It looks like Chance Carr having some issues here on this restart. Just 3 wide right there. Kendall Tucker, Caleb Durgan all kind of right there together, and around goes the 2 machine of Chance Carr, and that's a tough one. We'll take a look back and see how this kind of all started as Durgan starting there behind the 2 ride and the 00 is going to stuff it into the hole here and take him 3 wide down at a corner number 4. I don't think Chance Carr or Kendall Tucker were really expecting that. And unfortunately, around goes Carr, and more damage there on that 2 machine. I don't know what happened to Caleb Durgan, if he's still out onto the racetrack. I don't think he is. It looks like the 33 ride stuck in his ride back down pit side here. I'm not sure if he's going to be rejoining the field as I don't see him out there anymore. It looks like we only got 12 cars left out there on the racetrack as 74 ride of Lonick Bernier, I do believe, is still a couple laps down back there in the 16th position. Getting some good laps, some good practice, and that's what it's all about here tonight, is just some good solid practice, running some good laps and trying to see where you stack up with the rest of the competition before tomorrow night. It's Robbie Balkin Jr. really laying back there on that restart. Gets a big jump and a big run here as he's looking to try to pull away and pick up the checkered flag here in this one. Gets up into the outside wall quite a bit there. Was able to get it off to the wall and continue rolling. Lost a little bit of time and a little bit of track position, but he's still out in front and sitting pretty here as he continues to try to pull away. 09 rider Colton Zimmer there in second. Trey Mills in position number 3 as the white flag has been displayed one more time around here for the 31 rider Robbie Balkin Jr. Robbie down through corner number 3 and out of corner number 4 one more time down the front straightaway. It's the 31 ride of Robbie Balkin Jr. picking up the checkered flag here tonight in this one. Colton Zimmer coming home in second in the future. Trey Mills coming home in position number 3. Diesel Jones and Justin Norwood gonna round out our top 5 here tonight in this one. But ladies and gentlemen, give it up here for our race winner, the driver who is out in front pretty much all evening long, the 31 ride of Robbie Balkin Jr. as that car was absolutely hooked up, absolutely on fire here all evening long from the Speed Palace as Port Royal Speedway, the show of our next World of Outlaws butt kicker Pro Series qualifiers tomorrow night. But, man, what a run and what a race there from Robbie Balkin Jr. Definitely showing these boys that he's a force to be reckoned with tomorrow night. And he's definitely going to be looking very, very strong there. And going to be exciting to see how he does tomorrow night. And I'm assuming he's going to be in one of those top splits, being an 8,000 I rating. Oh, my gosh. Robbie has been putting in the work. Zimmer there with a 65-89. You see Trey Mills up there with an 82-90. Oh my gosh, man. The talent and everything else, the talent level in this field. I don't know why we had so many competitions. I mean, the lowest I rating driver out there, unfortunately, would have been our boy Billy Roberts with a 32.95. So basically a 3,300. And he's the only driver in the 3,000 range. Everybody else is either 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Just absolutely insane the amount of talent and skill that's out there on this racetrack here tonight in this one. These guys put on a heck of a show and a heck of a battle for us. CFM 1 and 2. Let's go, baby. Bob Klein coming in, cheering on Robbie Balkin Jr. and Colton Zimmer. As Zimmer coming home there in position number 2. Tyler Wilfong coming in, showing the love as well. Congratulating Robbie Balkin Jr. Let's see if any of these boys are up in the Discord here, if they want some post-race interviews. I don't think I see any of them up there. I see Knox, I see Colton, I see Travis St. Clair. I don't know who X Quill is. If Robbie, Colton, or Trey want post-race interviews, tell them to jump up into one of the broadcast booths. We got to make it quick, because unfortunately I got to get ready to head off to the shop here once again at 11. I don't think these boys are in here. There we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to pull in our
you're
race
muted if you
winner.
didn't know.
Yeah, I know. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to pull in our race winner, the 31 rider, Robbie Balkin Jr., up into the broadcast booth for his post-race interview. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up one more time here for our race winner as he's going to come home in that top spot. It is that 31 machine of Robbie Balkin Jr. getting it done and picking up the checkered flag here in this one as we're going to pull him up into the broadcast booth for his post-race interview. Hey, Robbie, it's Aaron up here in the Peacemaker broadcasting booth. Do you get a copy?
Yes, I do.
Robbie, my boy, what a run, what a race, man. A lot of talent, a lot of very, very good drivers right there on your back bumper all night long. A ton of restarts, a ton of, different competition there to your outside and to your back bumper. What was going through your mind here on all these restarts, trying to just keep that 31 right out in front and trying to, keep these drivers guessing there behind you and to your outside on all these restarts to get those big jumps and keep them there at bay for at least a couple laps and keeping them there behind you all race long?
Yeah, I knew the last couple of restarts would be pretty sketchy for, single file. I thought I was going to go single file, but they kept it double, and, just hoped I could hold my lead because I knew the outside would be getting a better start. So, I tried to move up as soon as I could, and, so we just kind of held it. Gladly I did.
Absolutely, man. That car was hooked up here tonight. We saw some big runs, some great drives out there for you as you were able to pull away a few times there to some pretty decent leads over a lot of very fast drivers. We saw Caleb Durgan up there, Chase Barbara. There were just so many talented drivers in this field that, at any point in time could have made those big moves. We saw Caleb trying to, throw a few of those sliders, especially on those restarts, and you're able to cross them back over, jump back up to the high side, keep the pedal to the metal, and continue to pull away from them there after those, pretty much one attempts on those restarts is all you really gave them, and that was it all night long. You didn't give them anything else. You kept that 31 right at the front of the field.
Yeah, it was definitely a very rough racetrack. Is another thing I wanted to say is I ran a money race there, I think it was Wednesday maybe, and that track was about the same. And that cushion in 1 and 2, it's very sketchy if you hit it wrong. You can go flying into the wall and destroy your whole car. But luckily we didn't do that tonight. And I just want to thank all my sponsors, if that's all right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Uh, everybody at Team CFM Agility, that set was on rails. Thanks to Evan C and Blake Majulis for all they do for us. Sweet Victory Apparel, Tac 3 Defense, Eye Paints for the sweet looking wrap, C High Performance. Just everybody on the car and everybody that helps us still run, and you for putting on the broadcast.
Absolutely, my boy. Well, Robbie, congrats on a very dominant win, a great race, and a great show. As that 31 ride was hooked up, it's on fire here, and looks like you're gonna have a good race car and a good piece to show up for tomorrow night for the pro qualifiers. How you feeling headed into week 3 of the pro quals tomorrow night?
After winning 2 big money races this week, I feel way confident than I ever have for any kind of race. So, yeah, like I said, just everybody at Magility and everything that they do is what's getting this program on the road.
Beauty. Well, Robbie, congrats on the win here tonight. A great race, a great run. Hopefully, we'll see you down in victory lane tomorrow night, and hopefully, we'll see that 31 right up there in the pros and see you battling for, the Butt Kicker World Series. I can't remember what they actually call that series now, but hopefully we'll see you make it into that pro series and hopefully see you competing with, all the best in the business and everything else on a weekly basis. As that 31 ride was hooked up here tonight and looking like you're definitely a contender out there on the racetrack.
Yeah, thank you.
Beauty. Robbie, have yourself a wonderful night.
You too.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, give it up there for our race winner, the number 31 of Robbie Balkanen Jr. As we're going to get ready, we're going to pull in our second place finisher now. The 09 ride is Colton Zimmer coming home here in position number 2. A good run and a good drive there as well from the 09 machine. Zimmer coming home in position number 2. We're going to pull him up into the broadcast booth here for his post-race interview. Hey, Colton, it's Aaron up here in the Peacemaker Broadcasting booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Colton, my boy, what a run, what a race, man. We saw a lot of carnage, a lot of mayhem unfold out there. We saw you get tied up in a couple incidences. The car had a little bit of damage, but there late in this one, you're able to find something. You're able to make some moves, some passes, and work that 09 ride back up inside the top 3. You get around Caleb Durgan, and here you are parking it in position number 2, right there behind your teammate, man. Take us back through this race, and how does it feel to be parked up here on the front stretch?
Oh, it feels good. It was definitely a wild race for sure. Lots of yellows, lots of carnage. Tried keeping the car clean, but did the best we could. We got into it in the heat race with Loic there, and so we were deep in a B main. We kind of barely made the show. I think we got 4th or 5th, but started 17th in the feature. We got really lucky with that lap 1 wreck because that put us from 17th to 6th. So I basically started this race in 6th and just was able to keep the car somewhat clean. I think farthest I fell back was around like 10th, and I was able to get it back up to 2nd. But there was a couple times I definitely thought I was out of this race and was going to die, but we were able to climb back and finish 2nd.
Absolutely, man. A great recovery and a great race here for the 09 crew. Colton, who would you like to thank here for such a great run, great drive, and great performance out here at Port Royal Speedway?
Oh, I'd like to thank Agility Speed Shop, HRE Motorsports, everyone who helped me out there, all my teammates, Robbie, Mike Augustine, Kendall Tucker, Matthew Selby, just everyone who helps me get faster each and every day in and out.
Absolutely, my boy. Well, Colton, congrats on the 2nd place run here. A great race, a great drive. How are you feeling headed into the pro qualifiers tomorrow night?
Oh, I'm feeling good. We just got to qualify good and be able to survive our heat, and we'll definitely be good if we can do that. With single file restarts in pro qual as well, it's going to be a lot easier to not fall back if you're on the inside. So with single file restarts, that'll definitely help, especially if you're the leader. But I'm feeling confident if we can just keep it out of the wall in qualifying.
Absolutely, my boy. Well, good luck, have fun, and hopefully we'll see you have a good run tomorrow night out there on the racetrack, my boy.
Thank you.
Beauty. Colton, have yourself a wonderful night, and enjoy a solid 2nd place run. All right, ladies and gentlemen, give it up there for our 2nd place finisher, Colton Zimmer, as he comes home here in position number 2. Man, what a run and what a race there for our second place driver on the evening. As we're going to get ready here, we're going to pull in our third place driver now, the 14 ride, the future
Big
Trey
names.
Mills, as
What's
we're going
going
to
on
pull
here?
Trey up into the broadcast booth here for his post-race interview. Colt, my boy, says sorry for so many yellows. Parked it in my B main to try and help admin. Hey, Colton, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Sometimes it happens like that. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes you get a race where you don't see a single caution flag, and sometimes you see 10 or 15. You know, I think it's the season change or the temperature change. The last few races that I've done for leagues and everything else have been kind of wreckfest. So it's kind of going with the trend of things here. The last 3 or 4 nights of broadcasting, there's been some crazy wild nights, man. A lot of caution flags, a lot of carnage, and a lot of tore up sheet metal out there, as we're going to get ready to pull in our third place finisher here, the 14 rider Trey Mills. Hey Trey, it's Aaron up here in the Peacemaker broadcasting booth. You got a copy?
Yep, I got you.
Trey, my boy, what a wild race, man. A lot of carnage, a lot of cautions, and a lot of competition out there that at any given point in time, one of these drivers could have been able to jump out in front and run away with this one. And we saw a lot of back and forth, a lot of side-by-side battles, and a lot of unfortunate contact out there. But slowly but surely, you were able to work that 14 ride up towards the front of the field, and here you are late in this one in that third position, parking the 14 ride up here on the podium. Take us back through this race. What happened to you out there, and how do you feel being parked up here on the top 3?
Yeah, in qualifying, I hit the wall in both laps, so we had to start 9th in the heat race. And in the heat race, we just managed to avoid all the wrecks and ended up finishing 3rd there. And then in the feature, just one lane around the top pretty much, and I went to the bottom and kind of made contact with another car, caused me to go to the rear. But just kept dodging the wrecks and managed to just roll my way through the bottom and make it up to 3rd.
Absolutely, man. A bit of a crazy race here. This racetrack changed a whole lot here from the beginning of these heat races to the end of this feature event. We saw it really get slicked off here. A lot of drivers, were stuck up on the high side early on, and then we kind of saw a lot of drivers down on the very bottom through the middle. What were you feeling out there with the race car? What was the the preferred line out there for yourself?
Well, most cars were on the top, so I was just pretty much going where they weren't. So the last couple laps, I was pretty much just trying to roll the bottom, and it actually came in towards the end. And just managed to roll my way through there and dodge all the wrecks and make it up to the top 3.
Absolutely, Trey. Well, a good run, a good race, and a good little bit of practice here for yourself going into tomorrow night with the pro qualifiers. How are you feeling going into that, the 3rd week here of the pro quals after this run here tonight?
We got the setups dialed in, so I'm feeling pretty good.
Beauty. Well, Trey, congrats on the 3rd place run, my boy. A great run, a great performance. Who would you like to thank here for such a great run tonight in this one?
I'd like to thank Ace Graphics, House of Speed, iRacing Setups, JC Floyd with Cocky Floyd Consulting, Dylan Hauser, Hunter Gaines Racing, and Gears Unlimited, and just everybody else who helps me out.
Beauty. Well, Trey, congrats on the 3rd place run. A great race, a great finish here for yourself tonight in this little bit of caution-filled mayhem race. But hopefully tomorrow night will be a lot cleaner and a lot better, and hopefully we'll see you up inside the top 3 and maybe down in victory lane tomorrow night for the pro qualifiers.
Yep, hopefully. Thank you.
Beauty. Trey, have yourself a wonderful night, and don't party too hard down there on the front stretch.
I'll try.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, give it up there for our race, our 3rd place finisher, the 14 rider Trey Mills, as Mills comes home there in position number 3. What a run, what a race, and what a drive there. What a crazy one, but unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, we got to call it there, as already my alarm's going off. You can hear it here kind of probably in the background just ever so slightly. My alarm's going off. I got to get ready to head off to the shop here, so unfortunately we got to call it there on that note. Ladies and gentlemen, thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for watching. I hope you guys all have a wonderful evening. I hope you guys all have a wonderful night. Also, huge shout out as well. New sweater. Probably can't quite see it. I don't know. Let me see. Everything's backwards on that. Little bit of a Streamlabs logo there on that bad boy. Good old Streamlabs coming up big, sending us some merch. So good to see Streamlabs coming in and showing the love. And man, the sweater's nice and comfy. It's nice and warm. We absolutely love it. We can't thank Streamlabs enough for giving us a little bit of free merch and helping us out here and making sure that everything works perfectly every single time we stream over there with Streamlabs. So Streamlabs OBS, thank you for the merch. Thank everyone else for tuning in here. Everyone coming in with the likes, the shares, the comments. Everyone coming in with the stars and everything else, man. I cannot thank you guys enough for all the love and all the support. Any of the subscribers or followers coming on board and become part of the Peacemaker crew. Welcome to the Peacemaker family, and hopefully you guys all have yourself a wonderful, wonderful evening. I will see you guys all tomorrow night. I'm not sure what we're going to get into, but we're going to get something going on. I'm sure we're going to have something to do tomorrow evening and tomorrow night. We'll get into some sort of mayhem, some sort of carnage, 100%. But listen, thank y'all for tuning in. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace out, baby. Peace out, ladies and gentlemen. Woo!
You never thought you'd go back on your word. Broken promises set me back down to earth. Black down on the curb. Guess time heals all acceptance. Cut deep enough to leave me infected. I fell victim to all those intentions. Cause of you I can't make a connection. Everybody in question. Who you got around? Guess I loved you in denial. Shouldn't have left receipts. Now I got you on fire. Shit might get released when you walk down the aisle. Expose who you are beneath that fake ass smile. A couple songs about you when I told the truth through and through. Never name drop. You guilty if you assume it's you. From laying under covers to staying under your skin. I know exactly what it was. Fuck what it is. Stay thinking out loud and think about how the vibe changed quicker than 1,000,000 miles an hour. I felt bad for whatever I said, but whatever's dead, I hope I see you never again. Could have been me in the suit, but you had your cake and you eating it too. Fuck, you never thought you'd go back on your word. Broken promises set me back down to earth. Black down on the curb, guess time heals all acceptance. Cut deep enough to leave me infected. I fell victim to all those intentions. Cause of you I can't make a connection. Everybody in question. You always look good when shit was looking bad. Looking back, it had me trusting somebody I probably shouldn't have. PTSD from falling and hitting rock bottom with nothing there to cushion that. Last time you reached out, I ain't read the message. Leave it to karma to respond when you least expect it. Everything I said, I felt the need to mention. When facts seem offensive, it's hard to ease attention. I'm just thinking out loud and think about how the vibe changed quicker than 1,000,000 miles an hour. I felt bad for whatever I said, but whatever's dead, I hope I see you never again. Could have been me in the suit, but you had your cake and you eating it too. Fuck, you never thought you'd go